So now we will move on to concepts. When you hear the common characteristics like 4 legs, 2 ears, 1 tail, what is the thought that comes in your mind? The thought that comes to your mind is that of an animal. But in the above characteristics, if we add the characteristic of barking, then immediately you will think of a dog. This is very common. Because 4 legs, 2 ears, 1 tail and a barking is a common characteristics which we put together and create it in a group and label a person as label an animal as a dog. In psychology, when we study objects, person, animal or events by grouping them based on their characteristics and present them, this serialization is labeled as concept, assumptions or notion. So in psychology what do? That when we study a person, animal or events, we group them together on basis of certain characteristics. Okay, we group people, we group animals, we group other things into or objects into one thing and we create a series. Okay, like series 1. So our series ma awa type na loko hoy. Series 2 awa type na loko hoy. So this process is called as concepts or assumptions or notions. Whenever we see a known or an unknown object or an event, we try to find out the characteristics of the object or event and compare it with the characteristics of already existing object or event and attempt to reorganize it. So in our everyday life, if we see a particular concept or we see a particular object which is totally new to us, then we observe that object, we understand that object, and then based on the characteristics of that object, we group them in particular category. For example, when we see an apple, it is a form of a fruit. If we see a table, it is in a form of furniture. And when we see a dog, we see it as a form of animal. So that is how they are classified. Now next is definition of concepts. Okay, a mutual arrangement which is based on certain laws or characteristics is known as concepts. So mutual meaning common arrangements which is based on certain laws, certain characteristics, certain features are known as concepts. Concept is a mental series based on which objects, events and peculiarities are grouped under rules or laws of grouping. So concepts are like mental series of pictures. Okay, they are mental series of events or some particular things which we group together in one thing and we call it as concept. Okay. The above given definition indicates that concepts are formed of an object, person or animal based on their characteristics. So you group people according to the characteristics, you group objects, you group people, you group animal based on their characteristics. For these type of characteristics, two things are necessary. One, the characteristics should be such that it should be very different and stands out from the other characteristics. So when you are grouping or when you are making groups, two characteristics should be two types of characteristics or two things should be put into consideration. Two things should be kept in mind. One, the characteristics should be such that it should be different. One is that the characteristics which you are finding should be totally different from other characteristics or the other characteristics of other objects. This can be called as abstraction. So this process is called as abstraction. So two things you have to keep in mind when you are trying to group objects, and that is about characteristics. First is, what will you do? That you will understand the object and you will try to understand what characteristics these objects have and what characteristics of these objects makes it totally different from other objects. Okay, and this process is called as abstraction. Second is that it should be completely in contrast to other characteristics. For example, grass is green. Your green is the characteristics of grass which sets it apart from the other characteristics, and the green color of the grass is contrast of the other colors. So second is that contrast એટલે શું કે થોડુંક ચેન્જ થોડુંક અલગ હોવું જોઈએ. ઓકે, સો એ જે એના એક કેરેક્ટરિસ્ટિક છે એ ટોટલી ડિફરન્ટ હોવું જોઈએ એના બીજા કેરેક્ટરિસ્ટિક્સથી. Okay, that is the second phenomena, and over here they have given you an example of green. Like suppose if you say grass is green, so that is a totally different characteristics of the grass. That is how you recognize a grass, right? Because it is green in color, that is why it is a grass. Okay. In order to understand concepts, it's necessary that certain laws are connected with this type of characteristics. So there are certain laws which are there, which are attached to the to understand these characteristics. In the beginning, when we gave an example of 4 legs, 2 ears, 1 tail and barking, all these 4 characteristics are connected to the concept of dog. This type of rule is called as conjunctive rule. Okay, so first rule where we categorize things, okay, and where we said 4 legs, 2 ears, 1 tail and barking, dog. So this rule is called as conjunctive law. Okay, where you categorize the objects and where you categorize the concepts. Okay, the next is utility of concepts. Utility meaning usefulness. With the help of the concept, we are able to think and communicate quickly in an effective manner. We are also able to organize the world properly. Here we will see how concepts thinking is going to be used and prove helpful in problem solving. So what they are saying, that in everyday life, concepts help us in thinking, concepts helps us in solving a problem, and it helps us to solve a problem in a proper way, in an effective way, in a good way. First is, without concepts, all objects and events will be different from one another. It will not be possible to think about it and generalize it. So they are saying that concepts are something which are very, very necessary, are very important. Okay, these concepts help us to understand what is different from what. Okay, and it helps us to generalize things. Generalize meaning helps us to understand things which are common, helps us to understand things which are different. So that is why the concepts are very, very important. When a person is thinking, he must try to recognize what is common between two various objects or events. So let's say I give you 2 objects, or I give you 2 situation or events. Then person first tries to understand what are the things that are common between these 2 objects or events, or what things are different between these 2 objects and events, and that happens because of the word called concept. It is due to this commonality that we are able to find connection between various objects. So it's because of this phenomena, this process, we are able to understand concepts, we are able to group the objects. For example, a doctor would tell a patient who is suffering from diarrhea and vomiting to have more liquids in his diet. Here, if the patient does not have a clear concept about what liquid diet is, then he will face difficulty. But if he knows clearly what he will have, an answer to do and what he should eat. So let's say a person has diarrhea or loose motion, and the person goes to the doctor. The doctor says you will have to have more liquid diet, that is, you have to have more water, cold drink, juice, coffee, tea, etc. But let's say the person does not have the concept of liquid only and does not know what liquid is. Then the person will never be able to understand what liquid diet is, what he should be eating. Okay. Next is concept is a way of which gives a lot of freedom from remembering everything. It is called the law of economy. For example, bird is a concept under which all common qualities will be considered. Whenever we describe a koel, bird, then we'll remember the common qualities that we have in our memory, which will be useful for us. Here we do not need to separately remember the common qualities of each bird. Only one has to remember special qualities of a concerned bird, which we call it economical memory or economy in memory. So what they are trying to say is that when we form concepts, it helps us in remembering things better. Okay, for example, let's say there is a concept of bird. Now bird who કહું તો શું આવે, ચોંચ હોય, એના feathers હોય, એને ઉડે, that is a bird, right? So if I say koel, so you will understand that koel is a bird because of the common characteristics which the bird has. So if I tell you to give me characteristics of koel, you will have to only remember the special thing which koel has. Okay, you will not have to remember the common things, because common things will already be registered in your head because of the concept of bird. Okay, because you are cleared with the concept of bird, you will understand that okay, આ બધી common characteristics છે bird ની, તો કોયલ માં બી આ બધી characteristics છે. પછી you will have to only remember special characteristics which makes koel a different bird. So you will have to only remember special things. Okay, because common things you already know because of the concept of bird. Once the concept about an object, person or material has been developed, then there is no need to go constantly learning about it. So once your concept about a particular object, person, animal is learnt in you, you don't have to go on remembering it again and again because it's already in your head. Concepts helps us in deciding which type of response should be given to a particular situation or event. For example, when we see fire somewhere, we go and stand far away because we have a very clear concept of what fire is. So what are they saying is that concepts helps us in on how we should respond to particular situation, what kind of reaction should we give to situation. Let's say there is a fire. So you are aware about the concept of fire, you are aware about the damage the fire can cause to you. So you will go and stand far away. You will go and stand far away from the fire because you understand that fire as a concept, you understand that fire is going to harm you. Okay. So concepts helps us in what kind of response we are going to give. Concepts helps us in organizing our knowledge in more systematic manner, so that whenever we have to put it in use, we need use or need arises, then very less time and less number of trials we are able to make a decision. So what they are saying that concepts helps us in organizing information, concepts helps us in understanding information, concepts helps us in processing the information that is given it out to us. Okay. So for example, let us say कि whenever the need arises that you have to like use a particular concept, it will come quickly in your head because the information is organized in a particular manner in your head. Let's say you have written an answer, but એ આન્સર તમે પોઈન્ટમાં લખ્યો છે તો તમને એ આન્સર સરખી રીતના યાદ રહી જશે because point 1, point 2, point 3, point 4, point 5, point 6, point 7, point 8, whatever. Okay, you'll able to remember it better because you have made a proper way of writing that answer. Okay, so that is the same thing with concepts. When you have concepts in your head, what happens is you are able to organize the information in proper order and you are able to use that information whenever the need arises. For example, if we put our textbook, notebook, pencil, lunchbox, identity card, cycle keys, etc. in proper place which has been decided, then at the time of going to school, we can easily find them. So here they have told us that let's say कि આપણો જે સ્કૂલની બધી આઇટમ્સ છે એ જ્યાં હોવી જોઈએ અહીંયા મૂકીએ તો આપણને સવારમાં લેટ ન થાય, we are able to take everything and go to school. Our abstract concepts also develop well, not just our concrete and live concepts have developed. Love, beauty, justice, truthfulness, morality are abstract concepts. As abstract concepts are those concepts which you can't see but are there. For example, love, trust, honesty, okay, justice, all these are your abstract concepts. So your abstract concepts also develop in your head just the way your life concepts have developed. Okay. Due to the development of these type of concepts, a man is able to think about them and is also able to recognize them correctly in other people. So because the man has formed the abstract concept in his head, he is able to understand other people. So you will say, अच्छा આ person બહુ સારો છે because he બહુ એની morality high છે, he બહુ honest છે, he બહુ truthful છે. Because you are aware about the concepts of truthfulness and honesty, you are able to judge yourself and you are able to judge other people also. Okay, so I shall stop here. We will do reasoning tomorrow.